DS. If n is an integer, is n an even number? Condition 1. 0 times n equals 0. Condition 2. N cubed equals an even number. We will solve this question using the variable approach. DS. One variable. Question. Condition 1. One equation. Condition 2. One equation. DS question with one variable. Let the original condition in the DS question contain one variable. Now, one variable would generally require one equation to allow us to determine the value of the variables. We know that each condition would usually give us an equation, and since we need one equation to match the numbers of variables and equations in the original condition, the equal number of equations and variables should logically lead to the answer D. Let's apply the 3 steps suggested previously. Follow the first step of the variable approach by modifying and rechecking the original condition and the question. We have to find out whether n is even if n is an integer. We will apply the common mistake type 1 here, as the answer will be in the terms of a unique yes or no. Follow the second and third steps. From the original condition, we have one variable, n. To match the number of variables and the number of equations, we need one more equation. Since conditions 1 and 2 will provide one equation each, D is 60% likely to be the answer. Recall the 3 principles and choose D as the most likely answer. If you have time, you should check the question. Therefore, let's look at the conditions separately. Condition 1 tells us that 0 times n equals 0. Now, n can be any value, as any number multiplied by 0 will give us a 0. If n equals 2, then we get yes as the answer. But n equals 1 will get us no as the answer. Therefore, we do not get a unique answer, and the condition is not sufficient by the common mistake type 1, which means that if you get both yes and no as the answer, it is not sufficient. Condition 2 tells us that n cubed is an even number. So, n will always be even, as any integer multiplied by itself any number of times will retain the property of n. For example, when n is 2 or 4, the answer is yes. But if we take n as 1 or 3, n cubed is odd. So, n cubed is even, then n is also even, and you get yes as the answer. The answer is unique, yes. So the condition is sufficient by the common mistake type 1, which means that the answer must be in the terms of a unique yes or no. Condition 2 alone is sufficient. There is a good chance that the correct answer will be D if one more equation is required from the original condition. The next likely answers will be A or B. This is the secret of the variable approach. So, B is the correct answer. In some cases, A or B can be the answer. However, since we have one variable from the original condition, it is 60% likely that D is the answer. So pick D when you run out of time or just want to skip the question on the actual exam.